All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we are looking for praises or glory and honor to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect across the four corners of the earth. It's a few brothers again from the GMS Trinidad camp, and we're here to do a lesson concerning, the salt of Israel. All right, because we are the flavor of the earth. All right, the Lord gave us the wisdom, all right, and knowledge to do things and to do it with style, right? You have any precept back?
Yeah, well, you can start with Matthew 5 with the salt of the earth.
Can. This is the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13.
Right.
Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Yeah, because that is what salt's for. It's to flavor your food. But if it can't flavor your food, what good is that? Right? So the Lord gave us that salt. We have that flavor. We were the first inventions of a lot of things. Majority of the things you see so have, as much as he trying to destroy history and hide it, we invented it. We could start to call us certain things like the light bulb, all right, traffic lights, a whole lot of things. You had this Jake, he invented it, a car. I can't remember his name, but he invented a car a long time ago, and who knows, the first car could even come from Jake. Because
I believe it has a prominent story. I don't know if it's popular now or even much people know about it. It was in Africa. It had this man who invented a car we used to run off water and not off diesel.
Yep.
And that car now no way no more. What now happened to that guy?
Yeah, because Esau, he's the one who does watch everything and try to, mimic, all right, what we invented, and take credit for it, right? So we invented a lot of things, all right, ice cream, chips, right, different certain foods.
When I go into the scriptures, we make fried chicken.
Yeah.
Come on.
Even video games. All right, the first man to ever invented video games was a Jake. All right, I think his name is Charles. Is it Charles Manson? All right, let me just check this.
Find out everything on the planet. So once you skilled and have understanding and ability to do something, and you so find out which he will, you best believe you're going with your head, and nobody gonna know about it.
So his name is go show on. His name is Jerry Lawson. All right, he's they call him, one of his titles is the father of games, the father of video games, because he was the inventor to create it. It's just Esau come and he take the credit for it, and he for it. All right, but behind the scenes, even these modern day PlayStations, behind the scenes, it is Jake's that's be creating these systems,
Right, and they didn't get no credit.
And they ain't getting no credit. When Esau face is on the product, when you have Jake at the back doing all the work. That is how Esau is. Right? Because he wants to see as something good. That is why he trying to take our history as well. All right? He trying to portray himself as the Most High, as the angels, right? He trying to put himself as if he is something when he is nothing, right? A piece of shit.
Because again, they don't know who the real salt is. They don't know who God is. God as salt. Them know the angels. Them wanna be God, the angels, and the Israelites. Why? Because that is where finding all the skill. They want the face on that, but they know them is not the ones creating the product. Because what? I definition for the word here salt, right? And I'll it go back to the Greek word from the Greek Strong's 217, alas. Let me see if that you're pronouncing that. It's no.
Strong's G217, halos.
Halos. And when you go down to the last definition here, definition 4, wisdom and grace exhibited in speech. But is it just in speech? No. Isn't all manner living? Because we haven't just been given wisdom in speech, which is as it pertains to the speech. It speak about what shall I say, I will give thee a word that your adversaries will neither be able to gainsay nor resist. So what? Yeah, Jake's skillful in talking. But it's not just talking, it's in the manner of living. Them is the wise nation, again Deuteronomy 4. They shall say this is a wise and understanding people. Wait say, let's see. Let's found like dwelling Jacob. Just now, let's see, found Jacob. Because wisdom and all says this in the book of Sirach. But let's get that real quick. Right. This is it this? Is glowing.
Is that looking for it?
Where it say wisdom found a place. Oh, I'm found an inheritance in Jacob. Let me see. It's in the book of Sirach.
Yeah, it's in Sirach.
Right. Yep. So they Sirach 24, and you want to read from verses 1. Wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people. In the congregation of the Most High shall she open her mouth and triumph before his power. So we understand that this Sirach 24 going into wisdom, right? Now here's what it says from verses 5. I alone compassed the circuit of heaven and walked in the bottom of the deep. In the ways of the sea and in all the earth and in every people and nation I got a possession. So wisdom owns a certain people on this earth, right? With all these I sought rest, and in whose inheritance shall I abide? So the Creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thine inheritance in Israel. So we know where wisdom dwells. Wisdom dwells with the nation and people of Jacob. That makes us the wise, skillful, and salty nation of the earth.
Yep.
And we see examples of this play out in scripture, even when you go back to the earliest scriptures.
Yeah.
Because what? Exodus chapter 31. You see it. Exodus 31. And I also want to get, because this is what Jacob was blessed with as well. Because when you go back to the blessing with the two boys, right? It was what? One shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger, right? And I get that as well. Right. So that's Genesis 25 and 22. We're going to read that after. So Exodus 31 and reading from verses 1. Because what? You're going to see examples of the Lord literally saying that he has given wisdom to the nation of Israel in all manner of what? Exodus 31 and 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, see, I have called by name Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. And I have filled him with the spirit of power, in wisdom and in understanding, and in knowledge and in all manner of workmanship, to devise cunning works, to work in gold, we make gold chain, and silver, we make silver chain, brass, anything else to do with brass, we make that, and in cutting of stones, even your crystal chains and all these things, to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship. And behold, I have given with him Aholiab, the son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, and in the hearts of all that are wise-hearted, I have put wisdom, that they may make all that I have commanded thee. So examples now, you see, like you say a trade, right? The tradesmen, your electricians, your plumbers, your this, your that, your barbers, all these people. What we're doing in this time to get our skill, that wisdom and understanding. You're going to men who have it, and they teach it to you. But back in the days, the Lord just used to give this wisdom to men.
Yeah, it was like a talent. You're born with it.
Right. And we see that still exists today. Because what? Even before the story, we didn't even have to pull this one in Exodus. Because if you read throughout Exodus, you'll see a lot of this happening because the nation of Israel had to build a lot of things in the wilderness. So that the thing that would have held up the Ark of the Covenant, whether you want to talk about the tabernacle, whether you want to talk about the garments, so Aaron and his sons, the nation of Israel built a lot of things in that time. And how would they have learned to do any of that? It had nobody teaching, no trade in them days. So what they was naturally skillful with it after the Lord bestowed the wisdom onto them. A perfect example of this before Exodus was Genesis with Noah. What he do? He built a whole ark by himself. And I think they say he was prophesying for 100 years.
It was more than 100 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So more than 100 years he prophesying. While he prophesying, we think he was also building the ark. So how would he have learned to do that? The Lord showed him what to do. And there's the blessing of Jacob even today. There's how it is, because it's our spirit identify with their spirit that we are the sons of God.
Yep. That in mind can.
Yeah, I'm butchering it now. I'm butchering the word, but what you don't see who is Jacob in the world today. Why? Because of the blessing. In Genesis 25 and 23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people, so 2 kind of people, shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So what? Who was the stronger nation? Who was the better nation? Who was the quicker nation? Who was the faster nation? It was Jacob. People could say that Esau's a cunning hunter and all these things, and he has skill in that. But Jacob was still better than him. And we see it today, we clearly identify him through this precept and through the understanding that these are skillful ones in the earth, these are salt of the earth, that we still have that fastest man on the planet.
And so that what Esau does try to do is he will put certain things in the air, certain things in the food, certain things in the water to bring us down weaker and to mess with our brains to make us lower than him.
Right.
It has certain things, like they have scientists that will try certain things that it could affect Negroes, but it wouldn't have that kind of effect on them now.
Right.
So they will try to bring us down to a level to where they will appear to be more stronger than us.
And you'll see when they trying to hinder Jacob, they're trying to stop the God gene. Because if they're able to stop that, then everybody could be on the same level, and then they will have a fighting chance. But according to the blessing, you have no chance. Wait, say Jacob was what? In this same chapter, I believe. You see. I think I scrolled along too far. Right. Genesis 25 and 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. What does it mean when it says Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents? But we have to go into that word plain to understand what it means. The word plain in the Hebrew. So I click Jacob. Right. The word plain in the Hebrew is from the Strong's H 8535. Fam. You know what this word plain really mean? Perfect, complete, one who lacks nothing in physical strength, beauty, etc. Sound, wholesome, complete, morally innocent, having integrity, one who is morally and ethically pure. Jacob was the pure man. Jacob was a pure man. Jacob was very skilled. He was very strong. He lacked nothing. So how could you not understand that the people in the world today who look very skilled naturally?
Yeah, Jacob. Jacob Russell Angel.
Ouch. Right. How it is a man who playing and just dwelling in tents and sleeping all day and then doing nothing, beating our angel. Did he just have it? The Lord just give it to him. He doing nothing all day, and when it's time to show up, he showing up. And we see that with perfect example again in sports. Jacob coming in and training 2-3 years, men grinding their whole life. And it's like them on the level of the same men who was grinding their whole life and them only playing in 2-3 years at work. How is that?
And
Naturally skilled, God.
And next thing too, we really and truly supposed to be naturally bigger now.
Right.
All right. The different foods and the atmosphere and the things that we eat, it kind of hinder we growth.
Right.
And we still freaking better than them. Right? We still better than these Edomites.
As I say that we're supposed to be bigger. You know, the precept in second is just talking about the world we catch age. We get our read I think like second is just 5.
God.
Yep.
And after you get that we could close it. We could close it off for that.
Yeah. So again, if it is we naturally more skilled than all these people and we better than these people naturally, how come that is not always the case? How come that doesn't seem to be so now? Yeah, we are examples, but it's not a worldwide thing. What happened? Well, when you read the law, it say, how should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight? It was except the rock had sold them. So what the Lord gave us all wisdom, knowledge, understanding, skill, and power, and then He took it from us.
And He's gonna give it back to us and more.
Multiply it. You think David mighty man was something? It say what the house of David shall be as God.
Yep.
When you read that 2 Samuel chapter 23 and you read from verses 8 when it speak about David mighty man and you read the things them was able to do. Think about that. And you think about that on a scale that you can't even imagine. You talk about one chase 1,000, two put 10,000 to fly. One man can kill a whole nation of people. The best believe that. There's
and the kind of power the Lord is gonna bless His men with.
Right. So what second is just 5, so we had to understand what is the state of the world today, what went on, what happened. But the second is just 5 and reading from verses. Let's see. Even so, let's see. Right. The second is just 5 and reading from verses 51. He answered me and said, ask a woman that beareth children, and the world of the earth is likened unto a woman. So this analogy is actually very perfect. And she shall tell thee, say unto her, wherefore are not they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature? So it's saying is, the first child a woman will make, when compared to the last set of children she make, it is evident that the first child is stronger than all the rest. Why is that? Well, because she didn't fail her in that time. And it's going to say that. And she said, and she shall answer thee, they that be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in a time of age, when the womb faileth, are otherwise. So what the older woman gets, the older her womb gets, the weaker the children she gets. So that perfectly explains what's going on in this day and time. The world aging. And it has been aging for a while now. But what? The Lord is set again to renew the strength of the earth. Second is just 11 verse 46. The Lord and the earth is waiting for the mercy of her creator that made her.
That's it.
Consider thou therefore also how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you. So perfect example. We watching, even if we had to watch we own selves, right? Because we know reincarnation exists, right? If I was to compare myself, who I is today, and just go back 3-4 generations ago, when last time I was here, probably a slave, let me just say. The slaves was bigger and stronger than me.
Yep.
The slaves, when you see the things slaves had to carry and these things slaves had to build, they were bigger and stronger than we, and we literally were them.
And even going way back, they're still trying to figure out how we could have built the pyramids in Egypt.
Them big ass fucking stones. Watch. Just look up. This is just an example of what we're seeing. We know the Israelites built Egypt. Exodus will tell you that they made their bond ship or the silver tool hard and mortar and brick. Well, Egypt built up with bricks. Watch at them big ass stones and try and understand what is a man who in this day and time was able to lift that. The man in this day and time couldn't lift that. So through these scriptures, we have perfect examples to show you we've been getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Even the lifespan, men was living 500, 600 years normal.
Which is why, Kasalakia,
Yep.
which is why the scriptures say, if those days do not be shortened, there shall no
Right.
flesh be saved.
Right.
We might be short. If this time I go, we might be short like flicking dwarfs.
But yeah, if this time going, we don't know how weak we can get. We can get real weak. And as we get we can actually couple that with all the shit Esau doing to the world. Because even when the Lord said in Genesis 6, when he cut the lifespan of man, right? Even when you look at it, before lifespan of man, I think in them days was 120. Then the Lord cut it again, he cut it to 70. He said, what? Choose 110 by reason of strength to get 10 more. Look at Moses. He lived the full lifespan and full expectancy of man. He lived to 120 years old.
Yep.
And what? He died when he was 120 years old, and they say his eyes was not dim. He died looking like a young man. And now, if a man lived 120 years, now he can look like a little saggy bag of bones. So what happened in there? The world
A baga ashy black prunes.
yes. So what happened in there? The Lord sold the nation, and what? Again, the second is just perfectly explained. We getting weaker through time. Verse 54. Consider thou therefore also how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you, and so are they that come after you less than you. So you weaker than who come before you, and everybody who coming after you are weaker than you. As the creatures which now begin to be old have passed over the strength of youth. So that is state.
Yeah, because
today. So that's why
Esau is destroying the earth, like the angels say in the book of Revelation. Shouldest thou destroy them that destroy the earth?
Right.
You understand? Esau is killing life.
Right.
Look at the first, the extermination is gonna start with the animals. The animals is gonna start to be extinct.
Right.
And from them is gonna start to boil on to us. Because Esau drives some animals to extinction. Alright, and another one that is in the kingdom, you could get to bring back some of those beautiful creatures.
Which is what I would say, I believe as well that as much as they say animals extinct, I don't believe the Lord actually allowed the animals to go extinct, because the seed could still have to be present somewhere in the earth, right? But do we have any knowledge of these animals that exist? I think not. I think a lot of these, the Lord run a lot of the animals into hiding to stay away from Esau, and then the large majority of what Esau can have find kill off. And I just the MO of Esau.
Because, hey, no flesh is going to be saved. Right? He's gonna drive he's gonna drive every living thing to extinction.
Right.
You have anything else there?
No.
So with that, we want to give out praise to all going on after the Heavenly Father and Son, the begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, Tabalan, and the elders and the apostles are great millstone, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom to the elect.